Let's get to the hack Robinson here. I hate the strategy. I always have. I think to me it only makes sense if you're trailing by a lot, which they weren't at that stage. And what it showed to me, I'll go back to Brady on this, and then after the break, we'll project forward a little bit. What it showed to me was Spoda just didn't trust his core defense tonight, right? Because typically he would try. I mean, they've gotten back into plenty of games this season by just playing defense and winning these clutch games without resorting to that stuff. And he's not like an Andre Drummond level free throw shooter. He's not good, but he's not awful. His form is okay.
That thing is ugly.
Well, I mean, look, when he made the two, see, I hate doing it in the other building too. I've always been of the theory, if you're going to do it, you do it at home. You do it on the road. If the guy makes a couple, first thing, it gets the crowd into it anyway, because it draws everybody's attention to it. And then if the guy makes a couple, you have what you had there, which is that the MSG crowd starts rallying behind Mitchell Robinson, and it gave them more energy. It just wasn't Spo-like to me. Like
Ethan, one real quick
trust.
One thing real quick before Brady gets in there, like to your point, the half-court defense stuff and Spo not trusting it. You got 88 points combined between their three best players on 52% shooting from the field, 27 to 52. So, I mean, that should tell you about their half-court defense.
And I understand that, and all of that from Randall came after the first quarter because he was 1 of 7 he was 1 of 7 in the first. But I still don't. I mean, your defense has carried you for large portions of the season down the stretch of games. They won clutch games this year because of their defense and their free throw shooting. And because Jimmy would make a play at the end, and when Tyler was playing, sometimes he made a few of them. Brady, I don't like it. I don't know why he did it, honestly.
I mean, I'll say first, it's one of those things that you either look like a genius or an idiot, like after the fact. Like it's literally one of those things you throw out there, and it's like you look one way or the other. But it definitely says it says a lot about their half-court defense. It says a lot about what Brunson was doing in this game specifically, the fact that he was just breaking people down and getting to whatever spot he wanted to. And we talked about that in comparison to Jimmy before, the way he can get to his spots. Like Brunson was just absolutely carving them up in certain parts of this game. It didn't matter where the help came down from. He was just finding areas to get shots off. And the other part of this is Duncan Robinson being probably your best offensive player for a good portion of the time. Keeping him on the floor means You have to overextend defensively. So it's like they're going to put him in every action defensively. They know that they're going to have to overcommit possession after possession down the stretch because they're keeping him on the floor. So that reason is why I think he went to it mostly, is because they knew what they were going to have to do. It wasn't like they were throwing an extra defender in there for Duncan. If that was the case, then you're obviously leaning in the man-on-man stuff. But that was definitely felt uncharacteristic for him specifically.